Hello dear students, today I will explain a new lesson which is about acids and bases. Here we have some chemical substances. Which of these substances is acid and which is base? Before answering this question, we have to know something about acids and bases. We have to know to which type of compounds acids and bases belong. Acids and bases are ionic compounds. This means that when they dissolve in water, they dissociate into cations and anions. But which ions an acid gives when dissolves in water? Acid give H+ ions and X- ions. X- ions like Cl- or NO3-. However, a base, when dissolved in water, it dissociates into OH- ions and Y+ ions. Y+ ions like K+ or Ca2+. So, what identifies an acid? Yes, they are the H+ ions that identify the acid. And what identifies the base? Yes, they are the OH- ions. Now, what are the characteristics of acids and bases? An acid has a sour taste. Strong acids burns the skin or even surfaces. Acid, as we said, dissociates into H+ and Y- ions when dissolved in water. However, a base has a bitter taste. Base feels slippery and it becomes foaming with water. And base, as we said before, dissociates into Y+ ions and OH- ions when dissolved in water. Can we now answer the question? Which of these compounds is an acid and which is a base? Acids are tomato, lemon, orange, milk, and vinegar. They have sour tastes and they contain H+ ions beside the other characteristics of acids. However, which are bases? Baking soda, toothpaste, shampoo, detergents, they are bases. They feel slippery with water, they make foam, they have OH- ions in their constituent. But how can we distinguish acid from base by a safety way without being tasted? This could be done by using substances called indicators. What are indicators? Indicators are substances that change their colors with acids and bases. There are two types of indicators. First type is the natural ones. And the second type is the synthetic indicators. Natural indicators, we have red cabbage water as an example. How does red cabbage change its color with acids and with bases? Here we have an acid. When we add drops of red cabbage, they'll become either pink or red. However, with base, red cabbage becomes either green or yellow. Now, synthetic indicators. Synthetic indicators. First one we'll talk about is phenolphthalein. Here we have a base. If we add colorless phenolphthalein, the color will become pink. However, with an acid, there is no change in color. This means that phenolphthalein remains colorless. The second synthetic indicator is bromothymol blue. Bromothymol blue, when added to a base, its color does not change. This means that it will remain blue. However, with acid, the blue bromothymol blue changes into yellow. Now, other type of synthetic indicator is called litmus paper. Litmus paper could be red or blue. Now let us talk about red litmus paper. Red litmus paper, when added to base, it will become blue, but when it's added to an acid, it will remain red. Blue litmus paper, when added to an acid, it will become red. However, being added to base, it will remain blue. Now, let us have some examples as an application. The question is, classify the following compounds into acids and bases. First compound is HCl. HCl is made up of H plus ions and Cl minus ions. This means that it is an acid due to the presence of H plus ions. Second example is NaOH. NaOH is made up of Na plus ions and OH minus ions. This means that it is a base due to the presence of OH minus ions. The third one is H2SO4. It is made up of H plus and SO4 2 minus. So it is an acid due to the presence of H plus. The final example is KOH. It's made up of K plus and OH minus ion. Of course, it is a base due to the presence of OH minus ions. Now, chemical reactions of acids and bases. Which reactions do they make? First reaction is the reaction between the acid and the base. Acid and base gives salt plus water. Salt plus water is a neutral substance. For this reason, the reaction between an acid and a base is called a neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction because the product is neutral. Second reaction is the reaction of acid and metal. When we add metal into an acidic solution, it releases air bubbles. Air bubbles that are, of course, hydrogen gas that give a pop sound with burning matchstick. Beside salt as a second product. Third reaction is the reaction between an acid and a carbonate. What is a carbonate? Carbonate is a compound containing CO3 2 minus ions. Acid with carbonate gives salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is the evidence of the reaction of acid with a carbonate. Carbon dioxide, as we know, turns lime water turbid. This is everything in our lesson. Hope that you understood the ideas and you enjoyed listening to the explanation. Keep safe. Bye.